the Connect Community Village 5K Run Walk 2024. That's what's coming up next on LCARA Ham Radio.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. While we're enjoying our time together here, I'm trying to get the notes up. So a quick, this is going to be just like any of the other ones we've done. It's a 5K run, walking, those that don't want to run it. We have ample people to cover all the positions. So the first thing I want to do, I just want to make sure we got Don and Wanda, Brian, Keith and Fred, Rick and Marcelo. Where's Rick? Rick's not here yet. Terry and Ron, Ramon, me, and Howard eventually, and Ronald and Kristen. There you go. I've seen your face so many times today. I'm like, okay. So we're going to operate today on the 14688 repeater. We're going to use that as our primary. If something happens, also have your radio. If you have a radio that can do two, set the sub band to 14658 10-flex so that in case something happens with the repeater, we don't expect it. We've never had the repeater die on us in the middle of anything, so we should.
Hello, folks. This is Chris, KY4CKP. Well, recently LCARA participated in a 5K run walk here in our community, and we had a great time. It was a great day, and these are the kinds of events that ham radio can really help out with. We were able to set up 6 stations throughout the race, and then of course they had the start-stop and provide communications just in case there were any issues that may have come along. Somebody, trips and falls or something. And of course there were emergency services on hand as well. So these are great events to get out in the field, get our equipment set up, and support the public and use our hobby to do good things in the community. So here you can see we had our meeting briefing before the race, covering the technicalities of how we were going to be set up and what frequencies we were going to be using, some safety procedures, those kinds of things. And of course, it's important to do that anytime we're working an event like this. Make sure everything is organized, people are organized, and we know what to do and we know how to do it. We have briefings like this before the gravel rally that we've done the last few years, and really any event where we get out in the public and are helping provide some sort of emergency communications for folks. Again, it was a beautiful day downtown Somerset, and not too terribly hot, although I'm sure by the time the race was finishing up, some of the folks were probably feeling the heat a little bit. We had a good turnout for the club. I don't know, we had, at least 12 or 14 people, maybe even more, show up. And so we had, again, 6 stations manned plus net control there in the emergency communications trailer. And then when the race was over, we also had a group of new Civil Air Patrol cadets that wanted to come by and check out the trailer and check out radio communications a little bit. So we, of course, welcomed them in and welcomed them over. We have worked with Civil Air Patrol before, and in fact, our president and vice president, president and secretary, were in Civil Air Patrol for a very long time. In fact, they were majors in Civil Air Patrol. So we've supported that organization in one way or another for a long time as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you hear some of the communications through net control for this race, and also some of the endpoint stations. Again, we had 6 of those, and sort of check out how the race went. Now, we've cut out all of the dead airspace. The race took most of an hour for everybody to complete. It was a 5K, so 3.1 miles or so. But we'll cut out the dead space and just let you hear some of the communications, just to kind of see how things run for the race such as this. So we're going to let you all listen to that, and then we'll bring you back and wrap things up.
Attention all stations. This is AC4DM informing everyone to limit the use of the 88 repeater during this activity going on at the present time. And if you have an emergency, please call break or emergency, and we will try to assist you with your emergency. but would appreciate you giving us priority as we are supplying communications for a 5K walk run here in the event we have someone injured or something that we can report it. This is AC4DM, and the race will be kicked off in exactly 3 minutes. AC4DM clear?
Peter IDN4LCA.
Attention all stations. This is net control. We want to get a check to make sure everyone is ready. Radio 1, are you ready?
KY4BDB Radio 1. Good to go.
Net controlled copy. Radio 1 radio. Radio 2, are you ready?
This is Radio 2 to net control. We are good to go.
Thank you, Radio 2. Radio 3, net control, are you ready?
This is Radio 3. We are ready.
Net control copies. Radio 3 is radio. Radio 4, are you ready?
This is Radio 4. We are ready.
Thank you. Radio 5, are you ready?
Radio 5 is present and accounted for.
Thank you, Radio 5. Radio 6, are you ready? All right, thank you, Radio 6. Net control. We now have 45 seconds until race start time. Stand by. 8 seconds. 6, 5.
IDN4LCA. Repeater.
Net control, all stations. The race has started. Net control. AC Williams.
Net control.
Net control.
Are going through at this time. Lead car has gone past. Lead runner has gone past.
Copy. First runner through at 09:03 time. Thank you, Radio 1.
Net control, this is Radio 2. We've got first runner past.
Radio 2, copy. First runner past your location. Net control. AC Williams.
First runner passing through.
What is your radio number?
Radio 3, net control, first runner through.
Net control copies. Radio 3, first runner through that location. Thank you. Net control. AC Williams. 905.
That would be a pretty fast mile.
This is Radio 4, first runner through.
Net controls copies. Radio 4, first runner through at 09:06. Thank you.
1, net control.
Net control, go ahead.
The runners and the motorcycle have come through my station.
All right, the last runner through your station at 09:09. Net control, AC Williams.
Waiting instructions on when to abandon post here after last run.
All right, we copy that. You're on standby. We'll let you know. Net control, AC Williams.
Radio 5, first runner through.
Net control copies. Radio 5, first runner through at 09:10. Net control, AC Williams.
A large, an extra large.
There's station 2. The last walkers and motorcycle have went past.
Net control copies radio 2. The last runner is through your location. Thank you at 0913.
Radio 6, net control, first runner past our point.
Radio 6, net control copies. First runner past your location, 0913. Net control. Thanks with him.
Pretty far along the course.
Yeah. Well, he's right down there on South Main Street at the bottom of the hill down there. Yeah.
We don't have anybody right at start and stop.
We don't have nobody start and stop. No. Net control, all stations. First runner in this location, 0917. Net control. Net control, radio 1.
One, go ahead.
If there's no other stragglers or anything coming through your area, pack up your gear and come on in.
Can affirm that there are no stragglers or anybody in the race or affiliated with the race at my location. I am packing it in and coming back to net control.
Net control. Radio 2, give yourself a couple minutes, and if there's no traffic coming through your area, you can also return in. Copy?
Radio 2, copy. We had a officer come through and to catch up with the tail end, and he did not report anyone behind him. So.
All right, if you would, just stand by for a minute or so there and make sure it's all clear, and we'll give you the okay to come in. Thanks for DM. Stand by, Radio 3. We're in a couple, 3 minutes. If no traffic further through here, we'll give you permission to come in. Net control.
All Radio 3, the end of the race just passed.
All right, stand by there maybe for a minute or something and make sure everything is clear. Then if so, pack up stuff and come in.
3, understood.
Number 2.
Net control.
We have one, the last group of walkers/runners are passing our checkpoints, and the emergency follow-up vehicle is also no other participants in sight at this time.
2 hours, is that what you said?
Net control, Radio 4, copy. The bike is through your area and no other visibility. So if you would, stand by for a couple or so more minutes, and if no other traffic concerning you, you have permission to come on back. Net control, AC4DM. I'm kind of noticing on the numbers here that
Well, here's large, and I want to catch yours over you.
This is Radio 2 to net control. If you're trying to call over to us, there was some interference that came through there. It was real staticky, so I didn't copy it.
copy that, Fred. If everything is go for you, pack up and bring it on in.
It's never on the official list.
All right, net control, be clear.
Your Radio 2 clear, backing up.
I'm sure if I can find a 3.
This is net control, and for those that are expecting a T-shirt, the T-shirts have just arrived here at the comp trailer. So as you come by and pick up your T-shirts. Net control clear. All right.
Do they come through 4 yet?
Yeah, they're through 4, and we're waiting on 5 for the final runners.
They're boring, but they're there.
Is this Radio 5?
Runners, following vehicles are here.
Okay, Radio 5 at 0935. Give yourself about 2-3 more minutes at that location. If no other traffic, why, come on by and pick up your shirts. Net control, AC for them.
Stick this in the garbage can.
All Radio 5.
Would the radio number please repeat?
Net Control Radio 5.
Isn't there something else I could be doing?
Radio 5, net control, go.
There's no sign of anybody else left running, so we're clearing here and we'll head back to your location.
Radio 5, net control copies. You're clearing there, heading back to headquarters here. AC-40M clear.
We were at the ship.
So Don, was that Radio 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Radio 5's breaking down, coming back.
The last runners are inside. The last runners are inside.
Net control, Radio 6 copies that. When the last runner comes through there, stand by there for a couple so minutes and make sure that all is clear. Upon that, why you have permission to come back here. Net control, AC-40M.
Runners are at their K-line this time. Everyone else inside.
Radio 6, net control copies, nothing else in sight, so break down and come on back. Net control, AC-40M.
All right, folks, another great community event and great day, and all around good excuse to get out in the public, in the field with your equipment, with our equipment, including our MCOM trailer, and use our radio to participate and help out in the community. Most communities have these kinds of events throughout the year, so take a look around, ask your community leaders, hey, is there somewhere in some place that ham radio can help? We find these opportunities quite frequently throughout the year, and it's just a good time. And again, to get our equipment out in the field, play some radio, and let the public know we are still here. Ham radio is still a thing. That'll wrap this one up. This is Chris, KY4CKP for Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. We'll see you folks in the next video, 73.